Andy ma'am.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, madam. Madam, the speaker is joined, ma'am.
Joined us. Okay,
Yes, ma'am, sir is joined, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
We'll start
At which time we will start?
Minutes,
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, we'll start the program.
Okay, sir. A pleasant morning to one and all present over here. Each person holds so much power within themselves that needs to be let out. Sometimes they just need a little nudge, a little direction, a little support, and a little coaching, and the greatest things can happen. On behalf of PPG College of Arts and Science, I welcome you all for the final day of our faculty development program on nurturing the next generation educators. Now I invite Mr. S. Gogulnathan sir, Assistant Professor in School of Commerce with CAPAIT, to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, ma'am. Happy morning to one and all present over here. It's my pleasure to welcome you all for the 7th day faculty development program on raising the next generation educators. Never bend your head, always hold it high, look at the world straight in the eye. I would like to welcome our most charming personality guest of the day, Professor Soumyanath Bharat Nath, Academic Coordinator, 2nd Institute of Management, Mumbai. We wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I am possible. One person who always motivates us, our beloved principal, Dr. N. Uthamani ma'am. We welcome you, ma'am. Talent win game, but teamwork win championship. The person who always lead our team, our beloved head of department, Dr. Kumlesan sir. We welcome you, sir. And I welcome my dear faculty friends of our institution and all my beloved professors from various institutions. Welcome you all. Once again, I welcome you for the wonderful section today. Thank you.
Thank you, Gogul sir. Next, I call upon Mr. M. Thomas Jain sir, Assistant Professor in School of Commerce with CAPAIT, to introduce our chief guest today.
Very good morning, all. It's my immense pleasure, the resource person of today, Mr. and Professor Soumyanath Bharat, a competent professional with all around more than 10 years of academic experience and also has 2 years of industrial experience. His specialization is in working with the MBA and MMS departments in different colleges and various institutions under Mumbai University and many tie-ups with Bangalore universities too. On his qualification, Sir has done his MBA in Human Resource Management and Marketing Management from Bangalore University. Also, another MBA specialization in Operations Management from Assam Central University. And Sir has master's degree in English and Maths too. Sir also owes a B.Ed qualification in Maths and Economics. Adding to a feather to his cap, Sir is currently pursuing his PhD in Tourism Management. Counting on his experience, Sir has been a soft skill trainer in Infosys at Bangalore campus. More to his credits, and research experience, sir has published more than 30 research papers in various international journals and conferences, proceedings, books also. And also, sir has organized different seminars and attended many national and international seminars and workshops. And now, currently working with Sargit Institute of Management, Mumbai, as an academic coordinator. Now, I request him to take up the session and share his knowledge. Please, sir.
Okay. So, very good morning, Vanakkam. So, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, first of all, I just thank the whole team of PPG College, Coimbatore, for inviting me as a resource person. I don't think so. It's like a resource person. Like it's kind of sharing of the knowledge. And I know many of the maybe the audience who are here, so they are far more experienced and far more senior than me. So I can just say that this is just a platform where we all teachers, we come together and we just share our thoughts and all. And I will take little time. I'll not take much of the time. Like I can understand you, all of you are very busy in your academic schedule, virtual platforms and all. So what I thought, spiritual quotient, this is something which is lagging in the this current student community. So I thought that we can discuss on this topic, spiritual quotient, and how it is important in this contemporary world, specifically for the student community. So this I'll be sharing my personal experience. It is not any published article or something. So this my personal opinion from my 10 years of experience in academics, as well as 2 years I was with Infosys. So those are my personal experiences, what I'm going to share with these audience. So yeah, pardon if I mistake something and all, because many senior persons are already here in this FDP program. So yeah, just let me know whether my slides. Okay, just let me know whether my slides are visible.
No, sir, it's not visible, sir.
Okay, is it visible, ma'am, now?
No, sir. The first time you connected it visible, sir. Now it's not visible, sir.
Okay, sir.
So now it's visible.
Yeah, now it's visible. Okay.
Okay, so again, yeah, let me start with these things, spiritual quotient and its importance in contemporary world. So before starting the spiritual quotient, the name itself, it is a bit confusing in current state of mind, why spiritual quotient is so important in this world, and why suddenly we are going back towards this spirituality and all. So first, I just wanted to share that spirituality is not about any religious things or anything. It is more about your mind control. So why I'm sharing this spiritual quotient? It is I have seen many of my MBA graduate students who are passing out their MBAs, and also after entering into this corporate life, so that they face different difficulties. So within this 1 year of time, or within these 6 months, specifically the first 6 months, many of the students, they found they're not able to adjust with this corporate world. So that means there is a gap between what they are learning theoretically and how they're going to adjust with this corporate world or this competitive world. So there, I observed, we are somewhat we educator or the education institution, specifically the this whole education department, we are not giving importance towards this spiritual quotient, how to control the mind and how to deal with those things. during that time, many of these like students, like or freshers, like they found like role ambiguity. They are not able to cope up with these pressure. They are not able to like what do you call, like deal with these different unavoidable circumstances and all. So ultimately, it creates some like uh, hazard in their personal life also. So these I have experienced in last specifically last 3-4 years. Like out of like we give a good placement to our students, but after getting into these companies, like we found some of the things that we are not able to perform properly or serve. Like I'm a bit close towards my students, so they always try to interact with me. That is, let's say how to deal with those situation things and all. So I found basic things like we as an education institutions, we are giving importance to their physical quotient, or like now Indian education system is famous for evaluating their IQs. Like we are more towards evaluating a person's IQ as compared to their other two quotient or other two types of intelligence. So now, thanks to this corporate world or these companies, like emotional quotient also it has come into this existence. So yeah, like yeah, this diagram, if you can see, we will come to know like physical quotient. Like now in school educations, we have different activities for this physical development and all. So physical quotient, it is more about what you are with, like how physically active you are and all. So we are giving, and this is the basic things. Like as we know in Maslow's need hierarchy, like the basic things, it is like it is there. So we are giving proper importance to this thing, but ultimately which gives us the inner happiness, or which gives us the strength to deal with these different obstacles and all, we are not giving much importance to those higher aspects. And even many of us, we are not able to like decide like how to inculcate those quotient or those kind of intelligence in the minds of the students. So as we know, like these young minds or young fresh people, so they are the building blocks for the future. So if you're not able to give proper importance to those people, so we may not get a very good kind of citizens in our near future. So just with an example, I'm just sharing, like in Mumbai, like everyone, I was working with Bangalore as well as in Mumbai. So we can find the student approach to their work culture. Like once the students who is graduated in from Bangalore, like how their surroundings, it has an impact in these areas and how it is in Mumbai. So mainly it is I found, like see, like every students, they have their equal brain or maybe this thing, but it is the surroundings or the values how we can inculcate to them, so which affect their working styles. So it is again, I'm not differentiating, it is my personal opinion. The people who are in Bangalore, so they are more inclined towards hardworking. They can work hard, they can handle the pressures in a better way as compared to this western part. Like they may not face those difficult things in a see, everywhere the paradox will be there. So but mostly it is my general opinion. So it is due to their moral values or maybe whatever they have learned. So as I told you, like physical quotient, it is the basic things, and we are giving more and more. Like in school educations, they are giving these like so many activities regarding the development of the physical quotient or physical intelligence kind of thing. So which tells like how to use their different body parts. Like it is all about your usage of, or how skillfully they are using their different body parts and activities. So this is your physical quotient. Next level, it is in currently I can say that this is the main heartbeat of education system. It is to check the IQ of people. It is more about your maths and verbal intelligence, or it is your cognitive things to check the cognitive ability. So IQ again, yes, it plays a important role earlier to check the person's ability, like how he or she is able to deal with numbers, or those like maybe markup power, I can say in my simple language, like how they can understand and how can they deliver. So that is also uh, okay in terms of education. Now, due to this management education, hope many of the faculties who are here, you can like whose students are working in the corporate. So there, these main things that comes into these things. It is your emotional quotient. So earlier, like how good you are in your academics, whether you are 99% you have achieved, or maybe out of 100% you have achieved, but it doesn't give you the surety that you will be a very good manager in your organization. That means like here another types of intelligence which is called your emotional intelligence or EQ, like emotional quotient. So which tells us how we can deal with the people. So ultimately, most of the organizations or the soft skill trainer or mostly management education, like they are giving importance to this emotional quotient part. So this is like hierarchy. Now the main concern, it is your spiritual quotient. So once the person have achieved this emotional quotient, also still like they can face different job dissatisfaction, role ambiguity, then depression kind of thing in these things. So here the importance of the spiritual quotient comes into these things. And now that study, it is not very like new. It is like in the end of 1990s. So different research on neurology, like they have found these another concept called these spiritual quotient, which deals with these deep meaning or fundamental values and sense of abiding purpose in our lives. So it is like self you are exploring yourself, like who I am, what is my purpose. So if we know like what is our duty, like they are more uh, what do you call, they are not affected by any kind of outside things or outside factor which can affect their decisions and all. So in a recent study, like the survey, it was conducted by Giancarlo Lucidi. So he found like around 18% of the people like who have walked into a who or whose spiritual quotient is higher, they can uh, handle those pressures or those situations in a better way as compared to a person whose IQ is in a high. So there we can found like there is a importance in education systems to inculcate those spiritual quotient part among the students, because in a single once they're into the corporate, it is very difficult for them to suddenly to inculcate all those things among themselves and all. So my opinion, like or towards all like teachers, slowly if you can put those small things like how the students they can develop those spiritual intelligence kind of thing, and this is not very difficult. Like spiritual quotient, it is within us. So that intelligence is hidden with everyone, but we just wanted to activate. We should know like how to activate those parameter which gives a boost into our career development. So once upon a time, it was found that spiritual quotient is only for these person who are dealing with religious things and all. If you see in this current corporate world, bada business, I think the best example will take it from India itself, like Dr. Vivek Bindra, who many of you have heard his videos like as a marketing guru, many people, and he is used as a uh, um, uh, endorsing the different brands of different things. So, but like even if you see the history of the Dr. Vivek Bindra, he was associated with ISKCON temple. So he was a total devotee. Then ultimately he has identified his own things and his guru, like he has guided him. Like your goal is not just to serve here, like your goal is to serve the society. Then again, he has come into this thing, and from 2011 12, like within 9 to 10 years, you can see like how he has changed the total dimensions of marketing. He has changed his dimension. Like this, we have Steve Jobs. Again, he has faced so much of his obstacle, like he was not able to identify. So he has come to India. He has visited so many places in Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. So then he found that his inner things like what is his aim of life and where he wanted to go. So same way we can take another example. One of the most successful business in current world, Facebook. Even Mark Zuckerberg, his guru was Steve Jobs. Even he asked, "That's like what I have to do," because in his starting of his career, like his business was not doing well. So he told that you can visit India. So even he has visited India, and he in the search of something like why or what is the main purpose of him to come here. So I'm not telling that after visiting India, like they have grown. It is like anywhere, but we need someone in our life who can guide us. Who can guide us that it is not only these books or it is not only these academics which can lead you into a higher part or in a higher positions, but it is to know yourself, to control your mind. So mind control, positive thinking. So those are the things which we can just tell, we can guide our this next generation people. So which can helpful for them for like coping up with those VUCA environment in this corporate world. So as we know, due to this COVID times from past 2 years, like all organizations have changed their strategies. Every companies have their different kinds of things. So yes, it creates a stress in our life as well as in the students' life. So now it is the best time, I guess. Like if we take a small initiative, we all teachers at least to guide the like student community. Let's see like. It is not only your studies, it is not only it is we have to think for a holistic way. Like we have to see an overall things, and we should not think in just a materialistic form. That was the concept. Like hope you have heard. Like there was a time like Industry 4.0. Like now many of the colleges that are conducting these webinars on Industry 4.0, and again new concept is like Industry 5.0. So hope you have heard like how Industry 4.0 it's like shifting towards Industry 5.0 due to the importance of again human values into these companies. Hope you all of you sir, like you have ma'am, like you have heard like Industry 1.1, like it is in 1700, then Industry 2.2 it's 1800, like which automations, and then it started. Now in Industry 4.0 or 4.0, which was like in 2014-15 times, like how these robotics or robots has come into this picture. Again, there is a concept like Industry 4.0 will not be with us for a longer time, because we have lots of difficulty like to cope up with these automations of everything, like dependency on Internet of Things, dependency of Internet, or dependency on virtual things. It has some positives, but it has major negative aspects. So hope all of you have heard that last February, like in Pune, in Maharashtra, like the place where I stay nearby these areas only, there was a company where there is a robot was doing its activity. The one person it has entered for like checkup, like all those maintenance, but robot it was not able to identify the person, and it hit the person. That worker immediately he died. So it shows that dependency on robots or dependency on these only machines, it is not the ultimate thing. So then the importance of humans again into these companies and the manufacturing has come. So we can see like next 5 to 10 years, there will be a new perspective into the industry. The kind of people they want in the within the organization. So it is not the robots. It is we can say it is human with machines. Like they should work together. Like Industry 4.0, the concept was like machines will replace humans, but new Industry 5.0 objectives is the machines that cannot replace humans. The machines has to work with humans. So it is like a collaborative approach. They should work together, and no one can replace anyone. So now we can see these in upcoming days. The work or the job market will be in a different perspective. So here only based upon your IQ, the students will not be having this employability. Or just having a very good EQ, you may not expect a very good package or to survive into your organization. So that was the reason. Like we have to provide our inputs towards the student, because they have not gone through all those stages. So I know the new education policy, it has come into this picture. It's good, initiatives are good, but it will take some time. So before this time, like we teachers or we academicians, we have to take, because we are making our students as a ready to enter into this corporate. Otherwise, even as per a survey, it was found that the number of people who are graduated, very less people are employable. So it is not that if we are just making them graduate or just providing them a degree will make them fit into this corporate or to company. So that was the reason. Along with those academic things, like spiritual quotient should be like as per my knowledge, should be introduced into these different academics part and all. I'm not sure about in Tamil Nadu, like whether you have started or something, but in Maharashtra or in Mumbai, most of the colleges, they have not given importance into this introduction of providing training regarding spiritual quotient and all.
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir.
Am I audible, ma'am, now?
Now audible, sir.
Okay. Sorry. Technical issues. See, again, this is the disadvantage of Industry 4.0. Our dependency on technology will lead us suffer. Yeah. Sorry. So, so as I was telling, like IQ is controlled by your left brain, and EQ, it is mostly controlled by your right side of your brain. And in industries, like once you get a job, like we are more concentrating on your EQ, emotional intelligence, which people like normally as a human, we will tell that it deals with the heart, like how you are taking these decisions, how you are making relationship with your subordinates, peers, your within your work environments, how you are making relations with the people. So this tells about your EQ. And SQ, it is the combinations, or you can say that it is the ultimate things like which deals with everything and which gives you inner happiness. Like once you have achieved those spiritual quotient or spiritual intelligence in your life. So this is a basic framework. So IQ, which like the questions which deals with what I think, what is my opinion, what I think. So all those kind of questions are the related to your IQ, to improve your IQ, like how you think, how you are going to, you may say anyone, how you're going to think. So if you try to improve on those kind of things, you are improving your IQs. And yes, many of the people, but through studies, through different other activities, you will try to improve your IQs. EQ is more about your feeling, like how you're about to uh, empathy kind of thing, how you feel others people. Like in HR, I used to take some sessions, like being in HR, like they should be having empathy towards their employees and all. So it is about your developing your emotional intelligence or emotional quotient. And now, like what I am. So this is the basic questions that spiritual quotient or spiritual intelligence deals with. Like what I am, it is self explanatory, you can say. It is like you are exploring yourself. So this is the basic structure of your the spiritual quotient. Now coming to the characteristics of high spiritual quotient people. So persons with high spiritual quotient demonstrate the power to be flexible. And as we know, now in this work environment or work culture, the flexibility is the only one thing. We cannot be rigid in any aspect. So first things, we have to train our students to be flexible. Even I have seen, like in our institute, when during the placement drive, they have a mindset that no, they want to go into that particular domain only. So they are fixed that no, I don't want to go into this other domain. I cannot walk into this other domain. How can I work? So, but now, like all of us, like even with teachers, we need to accept, like from past 1.5 years, like how we have changed our like way of teaching. Like it is more about flexibility. The person who are able to make themselves cope up with these changes, they can survive. So it is like training our students to be flexible. But I know it's very difficult. Like theoretically, it sounds very good that we should tell our students be flexible, but to tell them how to be flexible maybe in terms of your work timing, maybe in terms of your what kind of work, job roles you'll be doing, and all. So yes, these way, like somewhere I feel like we are not giving importance to our students to make themselves ready or to aware them what exactly the industry they required. Like we can see that now corporate houses are like, yes, profit making organization. Yes, this is also one of the things like we can see. So yes, this is another perspective, like business ethics or all those kind of stuff. But uh, once a person is having a high spiritual quotient, they are in a better positions to deal with those uncertainties, those complex situations, to deal with those like things, and they may not react in a very faster rate. Because what is the main problem? What I can see among the student community who just pass out from their graduation, like they react very quickly. The reaction timing will be very, and it can create a negative impacts on their career paths and all. So these spiritual quotient which guides or which helps to remain calm, to analyze the situations, and then to take a decision. So this is the first. They have high degree of self awareness. So self awareness is another concept. Like just it is just a word, but it is a big. It is like ocean. How to know yourself. So yeah, I'll just discuss regarding how one person can know themselves and all. So this is just some of the qualities. Like they have a high degree of self awareness. If they have a good spiritual quotient, like or spiritual intelligence, they are well connected with the outer surroundings as well as their inner beings. So many people, like or many of the people who have started their job, like they always face in the work culture that role ambiguity. So they, what kind of person they are and what kind of role they're doing it. So they are facing it, like in their way of working culture, that whether they should do or they should not do. It creates a complexity in their mind, so which will hamper their productivity. And as we know, nowadays many of the people, once you have achieved your recognition things and also maybe your just to earn money or just to earn some fame which may not give you this inner happiness. So for that purpose, you should know your inside, which gives you ultimate happiness and all. So those people who are having a high spiritual quotient or high intelligence, they can connect with their surroundings as well as they can relate within themselves. So they inspire others and learn themselves inspired by the high idols. So every teacher, like if you can take, like we are the persons who can guide at least 60 out of 60. If 10 students they can develop those parameter like spiritual quotient within themselves, like we should be very happy. Like it is our responsibility to make the next generation students in a better things, to make them more employable, and not only employable, just to get us like job offer letter in the hand, which may not give them the surety that they should be a successful employee. Now we can see this attrition rate, or it is increasing again and again. What was the reason? The reason, it is again most of the people, they're leaving their jobs, or it is misunderstanding with their colleagues, misunderstanding with their authority. Because once, like Dr. Abdul Kalam has said correctly, like the people, they leave the job not because of the organizers, it is the people with whom. So they don't know how to deal with the people. And yes, it is, even we can see in the student community, like you can see, like before 10 years or before 20 years, like many senior people are here, like how the students, they have treated the teachers, and how like now they're treating with their, it is not, even I can say it is not their fault, because we are not making them to understand the value, like maybe moral educations or moral things. We are not giving so much of even being a management teacher or management faculty, our thing is to how to make our people more smart in terms of framing strategies which can give them profit, like the things, but how ethically we can do it. So we have to work on this part. So they forgive others. So yes, it is again having a vast idea. Forgive others in what sense? Forgive others whether in terms of like let go kind of things, or to have this grudge, so which will affect their mental health, which will affect their personal life, and ultimately it will hamper their business growth or career growth. So they are strong in the beliefs and delight in the practicing their spiritual disciplines. So these, I think, so all of you will have experience in your life. Once you have achieved into this particular time, starting off your career, like our objectives are different. Mid of our career, we have a different objectives. But once we achieve everything, like our objectives is totally changed. So it is through the experiences, we can say, like or based upon our personal experiences, we have checked like how to go ahead. But if students, like in the graduation, like in final year of graduations, or maybe in a master degree, if they are having those ideas guided by these we faculties, it will be easy for them to cope up, or to make them flexible to adjust with these complex environment, I can say. Because these work definitions of work culture, or the definitions of work environment has totally changed. Like before 20 years, how the definition is, and now what is the definitions of work, it has been changed totally. And specifically due to this COVID, or the over dependence on this IoT, like Internet of Things, or dependency on internet, the work, like we can say that it has been changed in drastically. So yeah, so now how we have to make our students ready, or to make them aware, like how to achieve the spiritual quotient or spiritual intelligence part. So for that purpose, nothing to do like we have to do big things and all. It is just to guide them, why the spiritual quotient is important, just to make them aware. Like first, you should do a self study. Like in MBAs, we do, like in the first day of their MBA, like we have to do a SWOT analysis. This is a simple way. Everyone has done, but we do it in a very simple, like students will see that what is strength, weakness, opportunity, and it is more materialistic. Now we have to go beyond this one. It is not only to do like strength, weakness, opportunity, or threat. Like we should tell them, like identify the main purpose of your thing here. Like you should, every human's having a big ego. So how to deal with their ego? How to deal with their mind? So it was said by Vivekananda also. If you know how to control our mind, so yes, we can control many things. So yeah, so methods of attaining SQ. So this is very basic things, but what I thought that this is important for at least students. But spiritual quotient, as I told you, like it is a vast things and many research and many things are keeps on going on. So this is just for the student community to make them aware, like how to attain those or how to control the mind, peace of mind and all. Yeah, prayer is a very simple thing. Like we do prayer like in school days and all. But as you know, once we start growing in the colleges or in the organization, we don't do like now. Even in master degree or degree colleges, we don't have this prayer things. Many people will say that this is outdated things and all. This is things. But prayer has a huge what do you call this power, like which helps you to attain like something which gives a peace of mind, which gives you some uh, some just a minute, yeah, which not now, yeah, just a minute, yeah. So which gives you a idea how to achieve these supreme things. Meditation nowadays, I think new education policy as well as different school policies or college policies, they are introducing this yoga day or meditation day. What is the reason? It is not that just for publicity kind of thing. It has some inner meaning which helps any humans to change their minds. Like even everyone knows about. I told you Vivek Bindra. I have told about even Narendra Modi, like current Prime Minister of India. So he then President like Dr. Vijay Kalam. So this is just the persons, like they are having a high IQ, but due to self-explanation or self-identity. Just a minute, yeah. So they have got those thing. Then yoga, then silence sitting. These are basic things we can tell our students. Like sit quietly at least for 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the evening and the morning. So which will surely help them to achieve those spiritual quotient slowly. It is not a one time, or it is not kind of course that if you've done this course, like you'll be achieving those spiritual quotient. It is a habit. Like we should make our students to be into this particular position. Chanting of mantras, listening and grasping of religious scriptures, positive thinking, travel. So these are some things like which helps our students to make them more conscious. I can tell that make them more conscious to achieve those spiritual quotient or spiritual intelligence part. So yeah, so a minute, yeah. So this is the part like I have just discussed. I just want to tell like before completing my session. So we teachers, we have seen larger time as compared to those students, but coming days, like it is not very like cakewalk, we can say, like for these generation students. Due to this, we see a like volatile, uncertainty, complex, and like ambiguity, like environment, which is very difficult for them to just survive into this work culture or work environment. So if you tell them or if you just guide them how to deal with those problems, how to deal with these uncertainty, which will surely make them a better person or corporate citizen. Like we can tell, like we can make them a better corporate citizens, like to adjust with those things. And it should not be like anyone force, or if anyone tells that yes, you have to do forcefully. It should be from our beliefs, or it should be from within us. It should come that no, we have to do something for the student community. Or maybe like I know we have a lot of work, all these teachers, we have a lot of work, study materials and etc. But apart from this one, even if you can take some of the time to guide some of the people to achieve like how they can achieve a greater success in their future, so which can be a good, like which can be a contribution towards the better society, we can say. So thank you, because we have another session, because in Maharashtra we are about to start our CT, so we have a meeting at 11 o'clock. So I'm really sorry that I've done it very fast. So yeah, hope in Tamil Nadu everything has become normal, because in Mumbai, like we had a very tough time, like in Maharashtra, like students as well as the faculties, like it was a horrible condition during this COVID time. So now everything is coming up. So today we are having a meeting regarding the conduction of CET. Yeah. So thank you, Thomas sir. So
Thank you, sir. Professors, if you have any clarifications, clarify with sir.
thank you, sir. I just want some input from you also, because many of the senior persons are here. So if you also think that yes, spiritual quotient, like we have to like start training our students, like to make it is not only this academics what we think, like what as a teachers we are thinking that we have to give importance only to these academics. Like, do you think that we have to like introduce the spiritual quotient as a part in our academics to make our students more ready for these jobs? So any of you can give any input, sir? Yeah, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Like I have a meeting at 12 o'clock with the director and all. So
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. It's really a wonderful session on how we need to develop ourselves and our students of spiritual intelligence in this contemporary world. Thank you, sir. I have one clarification, sir.
sure, ma'am.
Apart from yoga and other things like sports, what are the things we can include in our academics, sir? In the spiritual concept, yes.
Yeah. So I think, ma'am, it is my personal opinion. It should not be only in the college timing. Like we cannot develop our student community in terms of spiritual intelligence or spiritual quotient within our this traditional framework of 10 hours or 8 hours or maybe 6 hours of timing. It should go into their personal life also. So I feel like we should have a personal touch with the students. Personal touch means we should be in a positions to guide them. Like they have to inculcate in their home also, like silent sitting. It is simple things. Every day, just 5 to 10 minutes. Tell them just sit quietly. So if they can concentrate this 5 minutes or 10 minutes time, like to discover themselves where they are, what they are doing. So slowly, it will not come in a single day. It will take some time. But at least if they start, it's good. Like otherwise, like as I told, like already they are overburdened with these academics, lots of project pressures, etc. It is there, and
Yeah,
this is all, it is happening in industry 4.0. It is already happening, but it will not sustain for longer time. So how much good you are, maybe how much earning you are, but if you're peace, if you don't have peace of mind, you cannot be happy in your personal life. This is
yes, sir. It's absolutely right. Yeah, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. The great challenges, sir. Sir, now we have the validity session, sir. It will take only 5 to 10 minutes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Actually, my
Okay,
meeting
sir.
is 12 o'clock, so yeah, it's
Yeah, it will finish by 12, sir.
yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. The great challenges human face throughout their lives are two: the challenge of where to start and the challenge of when to stop. Now it's time to end our 7 days faculty development program on nurturing the next generation educators. Now I invite our beloved head of the department, Dr. R. Kumaresan sir, to deliver the valedictory speech.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am. A very good afternoon to all. I deem it's a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on the great occasion. First of all, I start by giving the glory of Almighty God for making the 7 days faculty development program for Department of Commerce, CAP, and IT, nurturing the next generation educator, a grand success. To be inspired is great, but to be an inspiration is an honor. First and foremost, I thank our special guest of the today, Professor Somyabrad, Academic Coordinator, Sagat Institute of Management, Mumbai, who despite his busy schedule has found time to grace this occasion. A key to achieving success is to assemble a strong and stable management team. My special thanks to our management PPG institutions. Being the catalyst that inspired us to do our best, stands as a pillar of power with a deep sense of appreciation. I thank our principal, Dr. N. Muthamani ma'am, for his words of encouragement and guidance and continued support. Thank you, ma'am. Our cultural diversity has most certainly shaped our national character. I also express my heartfelt thanks to our faculty members who have worked hard to ensure that occasion become a success. Thank you, friends. No words to say. Special thanks to our 7 days resource person for this faculty development program in a successful manner. And also I would like to thank our faculty member, Dr. Harikrishnan, Head Department of Mathematics, PPG College, are timely helpful for our FDP program. Thank you, sir. As no program can become successful with a single person. So I extend my big thanks to heads of various departments and faculties of various states and countries participants for their contribution and guidance, all our efforts. Thank you for all. Once again, I thank all for your cordial cooperation. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you, sir. We hope by this faculty development program, we nurtured something for your academic development and to face the challenge in upcoming life. Thank you so much all for being with us and for your active participation for the past 7 days. The certificate will be delivered to your mail ID within the next weekend. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
We can wind up now, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, participants, for your active participation. Thank you all.
Madam, today feedback link, ma'am.
It will be posted in the group, sir, by 12 o'clock, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.